Hey folks, Alex here, 95 to Freedom. In today's video, we're going to talk about what happened in the market today, what's going on in my portfolio, my next steps, and things that I'm looking to do. We're going to talk about Wpay, and as always, this place is free of any e-guides, expensive discords, or anything like that. Our Discord is absolutely free. Make sure you hit that link in the description below. Check it out. We have a community that is building, and today we actually had to kick somebody from the Dividend Warriors, so that was exciting. Okay, now let's hop right into it, folks. So the market today was a little bit red, a little bit pullback, a little bit mixed bag. S&P 500 slipped, and we were only up 0.21%. The Dow 1.18, Nasdaq down 0.25%. Russell flat pretty much, volatility index negative 1.48%, and gold slightly up at 0.33%. Now, what drove Nasdaq down was Nvidia, looks like was down almost 3%, and AMD down 2.65%. So I guess the scare on AI stocks is still around. Now, there are news of the government opening back up, so that's supposed to help things out a little bit. And yeah, so that was the market today. Now my portfolio, I wish it looked a little bit more like S&P 500, but it did not. We were down 2.12% today. It looks like it's just flat in the after hours. Now most of my position is in Wpay. And you can see here that today we just had we were down 1.39% on Wpay. So yeah, it's one of those days where yesterday we had a bit of a rally. You can see here for the week we are still down 1.26%. For the month we're still down 5.14%. And for the 3 month, we are pretty much flat at just 1/3% down. Now, this fund, launched at $50 back in September. My average price here is right now $53.49. So a little bit on the higher end of things. Now, we've seen a lot of volatility with the tech stocks last week and a bit of a sell-off. So that kind of hurt us quite a bit. Now, take a look at the other positions. Eggy was down 2.11% here. Looks like I'm down on this position 2.36% overall. 1 week we're down 1.6%. 1 month we're down 5%. And the 3 month we're down 1.25%. Yeah, this been a bit of a choppy market overall. So I think that's expected. Nothing to panic about. Maggie, this one I'm pretty much flat on. We are flat for the day, down 2.57% for the week, up almost 1% for the month, and we're down 1.58% for 3 months. And you can see year to date we're up 6.3%. So not bad there. XDTE, I'm sorry, we'll jump over to QDT. A little bit of a V-shaped recovery today on the Nasdaq. You can see here we're down 1.6% for the week. For the month, we're up 1.72. Hop over to the IAUI, the gold paying dividend ETF from NEOS. We were slightly up today. For the week, we're up 3%. For the month, we're up 0.6. And we'll take a look at XDT here. This is from Roundhill on the cover 0 DT cover call on the S&P 500, up 0.16% for the day, down 0.16 for the week, and up 1.36% for the month. All right, that's really what I wanted to cover there. Yeah, so we'll take a look at our margin position here. Now, if you just joined in here last week, I was trying to play the rights. I was about to say the rights offering. This isn't the CLM channel. I was trying to play a little bit on the earnings, and I increased my margin position on Wpay, and that was pretty much like the worst time to do it because we had the sell-off. So I do have $103,000 on margin right now. My margin interest rate is 4.75%, and margin maintenance requirement $81.3 thousand, and a buffer of almost $95,000 on this account right now. Okay, so yeah, we can see here, you know, a little bit of a volatile day. Now, one thing I will note, and if somebody has the answer in the community, I was trying to figure this out just now. With Monday being the declaration day for Wpay, today is supposed to be ex-dividend day, which I assumed that the share of the stock would have dropped by the dividend amount, which it seemed like it did. However, when I went to Roundhill's website, according to their website, it looks like they're saying that ex-dividend date is actually on the 12th, which would be tomorrow, and the pay would be on Thursday, on the 13th. So the question is, did we just experience a drawdown in the market, and this was not ex-dividend day? So I'm not sure about that. I guess we will find out what happens in the overnight. But let's take a look at our Wpay tracker, and this is basically, I'm tracking all of the underlyings that Wpay has. And you can see here, Apple was green, Netflix green, Microsoft green, Google green, Amazon green, AMD green, Berkshire Hathaway green, Meta was down, Palantir down, Tesla down, Broadcom down, Nvidia down, Robinhood down, MicroStrategy down, and Coinbase was down as well. Yeah, so a bit of a mixed bag among the underliers. So as you can see, that really impacted its performance on Wpay. But yeah, I'm really curious to see what's going to happen with ex-dividend day, if that's today or is that tomorrow. I guess I'm not sure how that's going to impact our Wpay price. So the dividend again was where was that? 0.573 cents. So 57 cents per share. So at let's see here, at 4,300 shares, 0.573. So I should get roughly around $2,500 from Wpay. Looks like the after hours, a little bit of a bounce back recovery, which is good to see. Now, what I want to talk about next is what are my next steps with this portfolio. Well, I really want to get back to my cost basis for Wpay. I hope to see a little bit more of a recovery from the bloodbath that we had really since October. If we look at October 27th is really when we started to see this downward movement. We were up at $54.65, quite a bit on this position, and we dropped all the way below $50. So, I want this to hold up. I want this to bump back up. Now, if I can get back to my cost basis, what I want to do is I want to unload some of my margin by selling some of these shares. And you can see here my total return. I'm down almost $10,000 on Wpay as of right now. But that does not count, obviously, the dividends that I have received. So that is my plan to lower my margin once I get above this cost basis. And I think long term, what I want to do is start building up, taking advantage of the dip in the other sectors. I'd like to get some more shares into Bitcoin by getting into BTCI back again. I think right now might be a decent opportunity with Bitcoin still floating around $100,000. Again, none of this financial advice. You guys do whatever you want. It's seek financial advice from professionals. I'm just sharing my thoughts, and obviously, as I said in the past, if you want to know what the right thing to do, pretty much just do the opposite of what I'm doing, because every time I buy, it goes down. So yes, so I would like to get into BTCI, and just thinking about Wpay, just watching it for for over a month at this point. I think it still has a lot of potential. My only concern is how um, how we are at the peak of the market. And a lot of these underliers obviously have had very bullish runs this year. And, the WPay and its, weekly ETFs, did they get launched at the peak of the market? And is the downtrend going to, hurt us in the long term? Um, I don't want to call it NAV erosion, or, I think there's still potential for WPay to pay without losing its NAV, based on what we've seen so far in the analysis that I have shared with you guys. But at the same time, if all of this is at the peak and we do have a pullback, how long is it going to take for us to get back to our cost basis, if ever? So that I do have a little bit of concern around that, and being so heavy into it, I was being obviously a little bit optimistic about the market, and it's been very volatile this past month. So we'll see what happens in December. Around the holiday seasons, we're going to get into obviously Thanksgiving season, heavy shopping season. So I'm looking to see, but I'm thinking long term, I would probably want to diversify more into the broader market. And this is all a learning experience for me. So I think for the past really 11 months, since I started tracking all this, investing into all these different funds, I always looked for funds that I could preserve the NAV and I can get the dividend. I've had some luck with some. I lost money on others. And really just it's been this balance between getting more money up front, or taking a hit at the NAV. So I think really would like to get back into a little bit less of paying dividend, like QQQI, SPY, but be able to withstand some of these corrections without losing too much sleep with the amount of swings we're just seeing. So I mean, if you look at QQQI in the past month, it's up 1.44%. 3 month, it's up 3%. Year to date, it's up 4.73%. Even if we are at the peak of the market, this thing is recovering from the correction we had back in April. I feel like there's a lot more confidence can be had in something that's a little bit more stable. Now, I know there's other funds like JEPQ that folks have been investing in the past, but it seems like with its performance against something like QQQI, I feel like QQQI still outperforms it. But yeah, so there's lots of obviously I won't be getting as much dividends with something like this, but I think long term it's probably the wiser thing to do for me. So right now we're gonna keep tracking WPay, see how it does. But really, like I said, I'd like to lower my margin and then start getting into more diversified funds. So hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure you leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. What funds are you eyeing these days? And also check out our Discord, join our community. So we'll see you on the next video, folks. Have a great evening. Take care.